I fell in love with music, not the music business.
There always seems to be like a hint of debauchery involved.
Welcome back to the show.
2 years in a row, Artist of the Year. How does that feel?
This is a new thing. I'm just super excited for this.
Are we going to hit the road, do any touring, or how are you going to get out there promoting the album? They're scrappy. They want to make something happen.
A community centered around a radical love of music. That community is Soul Seed.
City Sun. I am sitting here. We have Kyle Carpenter. We have Devin Vargo. We have Devin Brewer. And we have AJ Glick, collectively known as City Sun, in the house. How's it going, guys?
It's doing well. How are you?
Doing really well.
Doing great. You guys are sounding great.
Glad
that was
to
a
be
lot
here.
of fun. Yeah. So, let's go straight back to the origin story since we've not had you on the show before. How long has City Sun been a thing?
So this year will be a decade. City Sun has been a band for 10 years.
Nice.
Yeah, it started in 2014 when I was in college. So
Okay. What did City Sun look like at that point?
we were a two-piece playing house parties, primarily like pop punk covers.
Okay, yeah.
Which is kind of funny to do as a two-piece.
Wait, which songs were you playing? Which
Oh
bands?
man, I think at the time it was like Modern Baseball, Front Bottoms, and a lot of that. You
Nice.
know, that was like what was really, really big at the time. So yeah.
Yeah.
Where was I? That's what I missed out on,
Yeah.
I guess.
That's the good stuff right there.
That's excellent. So, how did the band evolve into what we're looking at sitting here today?
So from that point, it was my friend Nathan Seiferly and I. This wouldn't exist without Nathan. So shout out him. And we just decided we wanted to write our own material. We had a studio up at school that like allowed us the privilege to go in and kind of like experiment and write and record. And so we did that. And we wrote, I guess, like indie rock stuff from there and some like, I guess like pop punk adjacent stuff. Just really like found a knack for writing as we hadn't before. That was one of the biggest things. We were kind of like, we were both musicians, but had never really written lyrics before. So that was like the start, at least for me personally and him as well, of like writing lyrics and going forward doing that. And so we got here just, when you leave college, you move cities and everything like that. And it was amicable. And I decided to carry it further. And with his blessing, just continued to do it. And moved back to this area in 2017 and found some people to play with and continue to write songs with. And we've had some lineup changes over the years, but as far as the members, these are the members. Today we don't have Nick Wort with us. He had surgery, so
Oh man, okay.
God bless his heart.
yeah. We miss Nick.
That's the
Shout out
homie.
Nick.
So it's a valid excuse for missing.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
best looking one of all of us, too,
Easily.
which is
Supermodel.
unfortunate for
Easily.
everybody watching.
Yeah.
All right, so clearly the sound has evolved quite a bit then from covering pop punk sounds. I mean, now you guys are doing some funky jams with the keyboard and doing what you do. So was that an intentional directional shift, or is that just kind of what came together from the makeup of the band?
I think. I mean, we can hit this and then we can hit this if you want. But it's like I've always been a fan of like jam bands. Like Grateful Dead were hugely inspirational to me, even as like a kid. Jerry and Bob's guitar playing, seeing Mickey and Bill on drums, and just everybody that's been a part of that lineup and group really got me interested in improvisation. And then from there, it was like I started digging deeper in jazz. And so that was one of those things, being like a musician first before a songwriter. I really just wanted to do that because it felt the most natural, like myself. And so I was like, why shy away from it? If I just want to genuinely be myself through songwriting, that could be a way to do it.
Yeah, it was kind of kismet in a way. Devin and I just kind of became friends at work. And I think first we probably did touch on pop punk stuff. That's where I come from. I'm kind of the black sheep of the band in that way, I think. That's completely my world. But then I saw one of the last Dead shows at Soldier Field back in 2015. So I found my way into that space. I never thought I would. And then Devin and I kind of connected on that. And I feel like City Sun at that point had already started exploring improv and stuff like that. And then when I came on board, it was just to fill in for a couple of shows. And then for me,
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you. That's how we got you guys.
That's exactly how they got you.
But I wanted to just kind of test myself and learn something new in music, and I hadn't been in a band in, at that point, a decade. So this new venture was really exciting and still terrifying. I'm never afraid of crowds or anything, but I'm always afraid to get on stage with musicians that aren't just playing breakdowns or or pop punk choruses where I can jump around stage. I actually really have to listen and pay attention, and I'm constantly learning more in that world. So.
Yeah.
For me, the way that Devin and I ended up meeting was actually interesting. Not too long after he came back here to this area, I was still playing with my high school band at the time, and we heard about him. We heard about City Sun, and we reached out, and we used to throw these annual shows in my dad's garage. And
Nice.
yeah, Devin came out and played, and then I kind of didn't see him again for a while, but he was working at Dirty White Couch, and I helped a friend, record some stuff there. And then I heard that they redid a bunch of stuff, and he overdubbed and redid my parts. And I was like, oh yeah, I do know that guy. And then
Didn't know that.
then further down the line, he did sound for a gig that Rebel Noir had when I had first transitioned over to keys. And I was really starting to take note because I was like, I keep running into this dude. And then
He's all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get into
became-
that in a few minutes, but Devin is everywhere in the music scene.
He
Psychotic.
became
Yeah,
friends
yeah.
with
Crazy.
a buddy of mine from high school that was in a funk band that I had started. And my buddy was like, dude, this guy can play like every style on a guitar. I was like, he can play funk? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay, get him over here. So Devin joined that band. And then he and I were like, I think really clicking well. And then I was like, you want to join Rebel Noir? He was like, yeah. And then happened to be a lineup change in City Sound at that time where they needed a drummer. I was like, hey, dude, I play drums. I was like my first instrument. And he brought me over to play drums, shift like a year or so later. And our keyboard player of that time had his child, shout out Duncan. And then I was like, well, I can move over to keys and fill that space because AJ I had brought in to also play for that funk band, and we were all friends by that point. I was like,
Yeah.
well, it's become a big collective.
It's been
by
a
that time.
cascading effect, I think, over time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm
So
actually-
we just run all over the place together, basically.
I'm pretty sure I met Devin. I didn't formally meet him, but I'm pretty sure that I knew him from high school because you raced cross country, right? And I'm pretty sure that's where I
did,
first saw you. Was in
one race.
Yeah, and
It was
I'm
like
pretty
the
sure because I
one.
recognized your face the second I saw you at some basement show that my band was playing at the time, and City Sun was there.
Was that at Jim's?
Yes,
Okay,
and I
shout
remember
out Jim.
Yeah, I saw you there, and I was like, I
All the
definitely know that
shout-outs
guy.
today.
Yeah.
But yeah, as soon as I heard about other Devin moving to keys for City Sun, it was kind of like the next obvious step was I was also going to jump into that band
Yeah, for sure.
we've been playing in groups for a while.
Like the last 2 years, we've like really had a chance to click, and even before, I think Kyle and I, or like City Sun, kind of resumed playing live shows. Kyle and I were doing like dead covers in our friend's basement just for fun. Like once COVID restrictions lifted a little bit,
Yeah.
and we were like, we got to do something. The future for what we're doing as City Sun wasn't certain at the time. And so it was like, well, let's just get together and jam a little bit and play these songs that we love like together. And then from there it was like, okay, we're playing really well.
That aspect of City Sun was really what grabbed my attention. Just like the jamming aspect. I kind of fell into that like in the opposite way of you. Like you started with the Dead and then got into like jazz and stuff like that. I was really into that's like how I grew up learning how to play. It was just I would jam with my brother and my dad, and then I was just like that's just how I thought of music. And then I got into jazz and then kind of segued into eventually learning about like jam bands and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I met you in the middle there.
And I do think that's like a lot of the kind of funkier vibe is coming from us specifically joining in has like really kind of pushed it a little bit more in that direction because that's kind of that jazz background is kind of the through line for the three of us in particular. And I do have that pop punk background too. I was in a punk band for a while. I know how to hit hard when I need to.
It's a foreign language to me. It's been a major learning experience just trying to find my way in their world. It really, it's like
You're
I'm
doing a
listening
heck of a job, man.
to
Yeah.
thank you.
I was gonna say it was pretty seamless from in there. So
Thank you.
you know,
Thank you.
Yeah. So, I mean, Devin, you're bringing in this history from the original days all the way in, and then, you know, now you're all here, the sound's adjusting and whatnot. So what does the process look like these days as far as when it comes to making new music? I mean, are you showing up with lyrics first, or, I mean, where are we starting when we're creating new songs?
So it's a little bit of everything now. It used to be for a while when the lineup was unsure, and, you know, we just kind of had fill-ins and stuff going through. I would just pretty much demo everything out at my house and bring it to the, you know, live or session players and say, this is the part. You know, obviously you have the freedom to expand on it if you want. But for the most part, as far as the recording goes, those were like pretty much all recorded by myself. So I'm Told was fully, like, I played all the instruments on that record. And that was like right before I feel like we started settling in and playing live a lot and having a lot more consistency as far as like members go. You know, and Nick has been a part of this group for, I think, like the last, I want to say like 6 or 7 years, since late 2017, I'm pretty sure, is when he joined up. And so, yeah. But as far as like writing now, it's a mixed bag. I mean, there are times where I'll send Kyle a video of like a 10-second thing and be like, is this anything? Like, you know, like, I'm kind of stuck on this and it sounds great and I want to push it forward, but like, what do you think? Or I'll send it to Devin or AJ or in the group chat and be like, you know, how do we feel about this? And then other times, you know, Kyle sends me stuff and we all send each other stuff respectively. And so it's really a collaborative thing now. And sometimes we'll just be at rehearsal and start jamming on something that feels really cool. And that becomes a new demo. Or, you know,
Lately, it's felt like on accident we'll fall into a jam and there's something that turns up there. And Devin's brought a lot of stuff to the table lately.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just a big part of that is just how much, especially us three, play together. I mean, Devin and I were in 3 bands in total together, so we see each other like every day of the week almost, and just are making music together. So a lot of that stuff just falls really naturally at this point. It's just like we know each other musically so well that we can just kind of play some little segment of an idea, and then, you know, within an hour or two that is a City Sun practice, we'll have almost a fully fleshed out song. And then, of course, that will evolve over time as we're playing it live and, you know, kind of catching what the audience is feeling from it and try to make adjustments here and there. But it's I think the writing process has become really organic with this group for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that beautiful serendipity and collaboration.
Yeah.
You know, when you find people that you plug into, you know.
Yeah.
Very fortunate to have that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, we'll start with Devin on this question. Devin, how many bands are you in?
Okay. So, let's see. So 3, and then I'll say 4 with, I'm also in Spaceships.
Okay.
I play drums for Spaceships.
Yeah.
And then I'll just say I'm a part of In This Style because the last like couple of years that like we've done shows, I've played on all those shows so far. I think except for one, I wasn't able to make Yart last year. But I'd say 5 is a pretty solid number. At one point, I think it was more.
6.
Was it
6 or 7?
Yeah,
I think with
Do you count who you tour with?
Flow State.
Oh, don't forget about them.
Sometimes, I fill in. I fill in for people when they need it. And so I don't know.
Someone call on Devin, you know?
Yeah,
Dude
I
is
love
busy
being a
for
session
anything.
player. I like to stay busy. But yeah, I think it's
That's the understatement of the year.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you mentioned Spaceships because Nat
Yeah.
was on the show recently, on the
Yes.
regular show, and we were talking about this beautiful problem that we have in the local scene currently, which is, on a given weekend night especially, there might be 3-4 cool shows to go to.
yeah.
And we were joking about how some people complain about that and being an issue. And we're like, well, what we should all do is we should just have Devin have the shared calendar because then we know where all the
Yes.
shows are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I am very fortunate, very grateful. Especially in this area, a lot of bands like have some of the same members and stuff, and I don't know, it really, the whole scene feels like a really big collective, and so you get to meet all of these wonderful people and collaborate with them, and you're kind of like really plugged in, no matter what. When like if you're in 1 or 2 groups, the chances of you playing with somebody else that's in 1 or 2 groups is very high. So. I'm really fortunate to do that, and I think I enjoy doing that because there was a time where I didn't think I would get to. And so I think I'm just capitalizing on like the availability to be able to do that. It's a little bit harder now, but like I still love it just as much. So.
Sure, yeah.
I think it's insane, to be honest.
Well, we talked about your other activities outside of the band, which,
Yes.
as I understand, you're learning golf, right? You're
Well,
taking up
I've-
golf.
I've been playing golf off and on my whole life,
Okay, all right.
but I'm trying to dive in a lot more. And really, since actually one of the first times Devin and I hung out, we played golf.
I was intentionally bad. I'm sorry. I hate
No,
to break
that-
it to you.
He's trying to convince us to play golf.
It was one of
happening.
it was one of
not
my best
happening.
rounds, so I thought it was just good luck. But since then, I've constantly been saying, "Man, you gotta." I'm trying to get him to play video games with. He has no other hobbies. All he does is music and be a dad and a husband, and that's all you can get this man.
That's laser focus.
do.
That's commitment.
Don't forget about
Yeah, full on
day
commitment.
job.
Yeah, the job. The job is the job.
And I imagine
like
you
cooking.
sleep somewher in there too.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
No.
I mean, like
kind of.
Yeah.
sleep some.
He's got that Batman peak efficiency. He doesn't sleep. Sleep like once a week.
You guys do too. Trust me. I'll get like texts at like I'll be asleep and I'm like, why was AJ up at 3 a.m.?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're.
All right, Devin Brewer, how about you? How many bands are you in? Same question.
I'll say loosely 4. I have been consistently in Rebel Noir since about 2019. I got that call the same way I joined City Sun. It's just like needed a drummer at the last minute, and I was like, I can do it. I'll do it. And since then, it kind of snowballed. I ended up forming a band where we're doing like funk fusion kind of stuff, and that's kind of how I found these two. I just found AJ on Facebook or something. I saw a video of him playing. I was like, "Hey, you play drums? Come over here.
Yeah.
Well,
there
let's
you
hang
go.
out, man. Let's see. Let's see
Yep,
what you're
and
doing."
I had no idea what I was getting into.
Yeah. And then that eventually snowballed once Devin and I were hanging out. I brought him into Rebel Noir because, he's just a crazy guitar player. Why wouldn't I? And then, he ended up, like I said, bringing me into the fold for City Sun. And he also gave me the recommendation to play with In This Style. So for the past couple shows, AJ and I have been playing with that group too, which is also an honor, super fun. And then other than that, I just sit in for bands here and there and just hang out. Like you said, it's a small scene, but it's a big scene at the same time. Like everyone knows each other, and you can go hang out and play.
It's very
pretty
intimate
much with
the way the
whoever.
scene
Yeah.
functions.
Yeah,
A lot of people are very familiar with other people, and we were having a conversation about this at in the style rehearsal the other night about how even if you don't necessarily even if you're not buddies with somebody, you'll see them in public and be like, oh yeah, I know them, I know of them, and it's like there's that feeling of familiarity in the scene. So it's good to have that. It's a good feeling.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it's
That-
pretty
that
common.
community.
You go to a show, and a lot of times in the audience, you see if they're not playing their own show, members of other bands are out there
Yeah.
supporting. Which is
That's
really
what's
cool.
scary about being a musician, man. No matter where you're playing, there's somebody who's better than you.
Somebody who's
Yeah.
better, somebody knows you.
Yep. All right,
Stay
AJ,
humble.
same question. How many bands are you in?
Well, I think it's actually already been explained that this every band that I'm in at this point. So City Sun, and then I'm in Devin's project Overgrowth as well, and then I've been kind of loosely joined into in this style as well. So I used to be, a one band kind of drummer. I didn't want to have too much on my plate, but over the last couple of years, I've just decided I wanted to expand out into as many different projects as that became available to me. So I've been lucky to have people that like me enough to pull me into their other projects and include me in whatever they got going on. I filled in for Rebel Noir.
Yep.
Yeah. Michigan City.
Yeah. And it's been a blessing for sure that these guys are here to drag me into their typhoon of music that's happening constantly all the time.
For sure, yeah. And,
For
and
sure.
all the bands you mentioned, I mean, all fantastic. It is such a rich scene that we've got.
Oh yeah.
I've been a part of this scene for 25 years now, I think. And that's, I know.
I wasn't expecting you to put a number on it. I'm not going to lie.
I won't talk about it. But that's always been the unique part of our scene. We're not a Chicago or an LA, New York, an Austin or Nashville. But we've always had incredible people to think of unique ideas and concepts, and have always had kids showing up to shows, at times in the hundreds or thousands of kids at just a local show. And I think that's what really makes this area unique and really special.
Definitely. All right. Well, aside from shows, what else you guys have plans? Is there by chance any, new recordings coming out this year? Anything
Yes.
along those lines?
Hopefully at least two
Yeah.
singles coming out in the next
Month or two.
month or two
We'll have one.
You're in the ether.
Yeah.
in the can.
A lot of them are in the mix phase right now. We do a lot of stuff in house, which is great, but it can have some hindrances as far as if we're all extremely busy in a month's period of time, then we're kind of backlogged for
Which
about
we
a month.
usually are.
Yeah.
And by in house, he means in his house.
And by we, he means himself
Well-
taking on a lot of the load here.
On the mixing side, yeah. So yeah, doing stuff DIY from the ground up, from us writing the songs, and then tracking it ourselves and mixing and mastering it ourselves. That process can take a little while, but they are all they're coming down the pipeline, and there's a couple / a few for the next summer months that we want to put out there. We're gonna probably take the winter to finish up a full length album.
Excellent. All right.
Which is really
I
exciting.
didn't want to use the A word, but you brought it up. So,
Yeah. How it gets
Scary
released
word.
is kind of up in the air. There's a few different ways you can do it, and I think overthinking it would be the worst way to do it, and so we're just gonna try and do what feels most natural and best. And if that's putting it out in capsules or releasing it all at the same time, we're just gonna kind of
Play that by ear.
Yeah, see where it leads us and see what feels best. And, ideally we'd like to do a vinyl record or something. So if anybody knows of vinyl records that can be pressed that aren't a 3-year wait time, please
Thanks to
let us know.
yeah.
But yeah, so it's some new music coming this way. And that's, I think, actually why we haven't gone as hard this coming summer as we normally do. The last 2 to 3 years, we've probably had just about 3 shows a week as this
at
group.
least.
Um,
And then not including the other two.
yeah, not including the other groups. And so this year we've really kind of been intentional because we wanted to sorry to hurt everybody's feelings or expectations, but we wanted to have this stuff out by last year, and I think maybe we hinted at it a little too much.
Yeah.
And so this year we're really being intentional about like we want to do this thing and do it right, and
Gotta follow through.
Follow
Really.
through. Yeah. So we've pulled back a little bit as far as booking shows and just really doing the ones that we don't want to miss out on. I don't know if that sounds selfish, but
No, I think it's okay to be intentional
Yeah.
with shows. I think you can overplay in an area, and we don't want to bore people at the end of the day. So we select stuff that's fun and select stuff that's maybe for a good cause or with the friends. We just try to be a little more intentional this year. I think the one summer we had like 40 or 50 shows.
yeah, and that's also for our own health, also.
Sure.
So like
Your health
we get
specifically.
Yeah.
Please take care of yourself.
Yeah. So, you get to the end of a season and you're just super, super burnt out or, sick and tired of seeing people that you're
And
playing.
you
hold
got to
on.
spread out that bandwidth.
Hasn't happened to me yet.
So we
No,
can
no,
get
no.
that eventual album.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing the tracks you guys release and the eventual album, and certainly checking you guys out at Float Fest and all the other
Thank
shows you
you.
mentioned. So, City Sun, thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you
Thank
guys.
you guys so
Thank
much
you
for having
guys
us.
so much.
Thanks for having us, man.
Honor and a pleasure to be here.
must be the longest dream I just can't come out of.
Settling in. That was a refill in their ears. You good?
Feel pretty good in the ears.
Oh, it sounds good. It looks really good in here. That's you makes it sound good. So.
Overall, that was better for me, but I'm definitely down to do it again.
Yeah, go again.
I think I can definitely do better still.
Yeah.